Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 30th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about your forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they issue. And also take a look at the National Hurricane Center for a tropical disturbance down in the Gulf of Mexico that could become a tropical depression, maybe off the southeast coast, coming up toward the weekend or into early next week. Something I'll keep an eye on. I'll give you more detail on that in later forecasts, but let's go ahead and get this forecast segment out of the way here. Tomorrow I should have I'll probably have a little segment on that system and let it give everybody an update on it, what I'm expecting it to possibly do. Okay. If you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these friends and people on social media. Love so that way maybe I could get some more subscribers and also more viewers. Okay, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the forecast now and get the show on the road here, folks. And we're gonna start off in the northeastern U.S. and work our way around. We got quiet conditions over here, also up here in portion of Maine, New Hampshire, through Boston, New York, portion of Pennsylvania, back into Virginia, North Carolina, and also down into central and northern South Carolina. Maybe a little bit of dry weather over around the Atlanta metro area, all the way back up into portion of Ohio, also just southern Michigan as well. Excuse me. Dry conditions expected over portion of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and also over portion of Texas around the Dallas-Fort Worth area there. Also more dry conditions expected in Arizona, New Mexico, Southern California, down in New Mexico, Southern Texas, also back over in Oregon and Washington states as well, northern portion of Idaho there as well. We got some shower activity around Washington, D.C., down toward the Outer Banks of North Carolina, where that little low-pressure system still continues to spin and produce some shower activity in that area. Shower and thunderstorm activity over southern South Carolina, down into Florida to the Florida Keys, all the way back over toward the Houston area of Houston area of Texas, also back through Georgia and Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, back up to Chicago, Illinois, also in the portion of Wisconsin, Michigan, also over towards Minnesota, North Dakota, also back over toward Montana, Idaho, portion of Oregon, Nevada, and portion of California there as well, also in the eastern Wyoming through Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, and also over portion of Colorado and New Mexico there as well. In the yellow slashed area there may be some severe weather possible. Down here in the gray slashed area here, there may be some critical fire weather issue problems there as well. Also in the purple here, we got some mixed precipitation just west of Denver and Colorado. Also over here in portion of Wyoming and also southern Montana, and a little bit over here in central and southern California there as well. Alright, let's take a look at your Thursday forecast now. This is June 1st, 2023. Can't believe June's already here. It's June will be here in no time. But anyway, we got dry conditions over here in portion of Montreal, Canada. Also in southern Canada as well, and also back in the portion of Maine, back through Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., through Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, back down in the portion of West Virginia, down into Georgia, all the way back in the portion of Mississippi, Louisiana, Fort Worth area there. I got some dry conditions also in parts of Arkansas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, also in the southern Minnesota, southern Wisconsin, portions of South and South Dakota, North Dakota, also portions of Nebraska, back in the portion of Colorado, dry conditions expected in New Mexico, southern Texas as well. Excuse me, over Texas also, and in New Mexico, Arizona, southern California, much of California, southern Nevada, Also over here in Oregon, Washington State as well. Dry conditions expected. Southern Canada there as well. We got some shower and thunderstorm activity, portions of Virginia and Outer Banks in North Carolina. A little bit down here just north of Atlanta in the mountain areas of western North Carolina and North Georgia. Also over here in portions of Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri. Also in the portion of Arkansas, western Missouri. Shower and thunderstorm activity over southern Alabama through the Gulf of Mexico into southern Georgia, also into Florida, down toward the Florida Keys there as well. Got another batch of shower and thunderstorm over Texas and Oklahoma, Kansas, also Nebraska, portion of Colorado and New Mexico. Also shower and thunderstorm activity right there along the Canadian-U.S. border. Also down into North Dakota, South Dakota, all the way back into Colorado, back into portions of Nevada, California. Also into southern Oregon, Idaho, and Montana as well. The red slashed area there, that's some flash flooding possible and some heavy rains. Also in the purple areas here, got some mixed precipitation in portion of Wyoming, also in the portion of Colorado, just west of Denver, and also portion of Utah there as well for your Thursday. Alright, well, let's go ahead and move on to the weather radar now. As you can see, we got high pressure over the northeastern United States, portion of the Great Lakes region. Got some scattered activity over portion of Ohio, back into Indiana, back into Kentucky, West Virginia, also into Virginia, and also got some up here around the Washington, D.C. area. That batch of rain there may move west to affect you guys later on tonight. We got scattered activity in the coastal waters there, off the North Carolina coast, South Carolina coast as well. Got scattered activity over South Carolina and Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. Also down here in Florida as well, down here around the northern Bahamas. Cuba's getting in on some shower thunderstorm activity. Puerto Rico there as well. Also got some down in the Gulf of Mexico there also. Got scattered activity over here in portion of East Texas, also into Minnesota. Minnesota that is, southern Canada. Also in North Dakota, some over here in central and southern Montana, and also portions of South Dakota, all the way back into Wyoming, Idaho, Oregon, California, Nevada, Utah, also in the Colorado, and also down into portion of New Mexico. Also, we got some scattered showers around the Hawaiian chain island. Got some activity over portion of Alaska. The Guam radar is currently unavailable. Alrighty, let's move on to the watches, warnings, and advisories for your locations across the nation. Sorry about that, I had to get some water, folks. Well, we got a lot of air quality alerts across the nation. We got some up here in portions of the Boston area, down towards Pennsylvania, Maryland, Washington, D.C. area. We got more over here in portion of Ohio, air quality alerts, also portion of East Michigan, West Michigan, northeastern Ohio, southern Wisconsin, central Wisconsin as well. Over here in Illinois, Missouri, Indiana as well. Also a little bit right there in southwest Tennessee, southeastern Louisiana. Also down here in portions of southeast Texas, northeast Texas, air quality alerts there. I got some special weather statement for some severe strong thunderstorms in portions of Louisiana and Texas, also in portions of Kansas as well. Special weather statement also in effect for air quality alerts over portions of northern Michigan and also in the portions of northern Wisconsin. We have some severe thunderstorm warnings going on in portions of Minnesota. We got a flash area right here in portions of Iowa. Got them river flooding still going on in North Dakota, South Dakota, Idaho, Nevada, also in portions of Colorado, New Mexico, a little bit down here in southwestern portions of Arizona. We still got that flash flood watch in effect for portions of northwest Mississippi. Also, we got some flood advisories, special weather statements, also and a severe thunderstorm warning also over here in southeastern Kansas. Got a severe thunderstorm watch over here in portions of Nebraska through Kansas, eastern portion of Colorado, also western Oklahoma, the portion of the Panhandle of Texas, eastern New Mexico. Got several severe thunderstorm warnings in that watch box. Got a flash flood advisory there in effect for North Texas. Also got some special weather statements and a few severe thunderstorm warnings here in portions of South Dakota as well. Also got a flood advisory over portions of Montana. Also over here in portions of Oregon State and Idaho. Also got a special weather statement over here in portions of Nevada. Got some flood watches in effect for the California-Nevada border. Got a wind advisory for a county down here in Southern California, and also we got a red flag warning. Red flag warning in effect for southwestern New Mexico. Flood advisories also, flood watches are in effect for portions of eastern New Mexico and also northeastern New Mexico as well. Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. I got a few flood advisory, winter weather advisory for portions of Alaska, and a few flood warnings in effect for the coastal areas of Alaska there as well. Alrighty, now we're going to move on over to the Storm Prediction Center, other products they issue. As you can see, there's that scattered activity down here in southern Florida, the Cuba and the Bahamas, the Carolinas up to Virginia, over here in the Ohio Valley, also across southern Canada, and also in the Midwest, down into the South, and also over in the Pacific Northwest around the all the way back in South Dakota. There's that slight risk and enhanced risk. That's why you see them severe thunderstorm watches there for severe weather from Texas all the way into portions of Kansas and Nebraska there as well. Let's see the convective outlook. You can see a little bit better. There it is, the slight risk, the enhanced risk area there, and the yellow and orange, the green, the darker green is the marginal risk. The lighter green is just where the general thunderstorms are ongoing at this time. Okay, let's take a look at the watch boxes. We have some watches in effect for Nebraska, eastern Colorado, also in the portions of Kansas, also in the western Oklahoma, the panhandle of Texas, and also northeastern portion of New Mexico. The MDS discussion, that is currently talking about the ongoing severe thunderstorm watches that they have an effect right here. The watch is unlikely, but there may be some severe, maybe some isolated severe thunderstorms that could produce gusty winds and large hail, and maybe an isolated tornado, but mainly just damaging winds over 60 miles per hour and maybe quarter-size hail and larger hailstorm. Okay. Currently, as of this current recording, we have tornado report. We have 3 of those reported. Wind report, we have 6. 0 high wind report. Hail report, we have 14. 1 was large, so that brought the total number of 23 as of this current recording. I do expect those numbers to climb through the remainder of the afternoon and evening in that general vicinity where the watches and some watches and warnings are ongoing, and a few other locations where there is no watch, there still could be some severe weather outside of the watch areas. Okay, let's see. Pretty much the 3 tornado reports look like it took place. The hail report, we had 2 over here in portions of Nebraska, got 1 over here in portions of Colorado, 1 in eastern portion of Wyoming, also western portion of South Dakota. We got about 4 over here in portions of northern Minnesota, and also there's the extra one right there with another hail report there too. The wind report, there's generally over portions of eastern portions of Kansas where the damaging wind report was taking place. The fire weather issue problem, we have no fire weather across the area, so that's good news. And we're going to finally wrap it up with the National Hurricane Center forecast. This is the little X down here in the Gulf of Mexico. That's that little disturbance. We're going to read it out loud here. Trying to get the information to pop up there. Okay, here we go. As of 2 p.m. this afternoon, the central Gulf of Mexico, an area of disorganized shower and thunder of low pressure interacting with an upper level trough over the central Gulf of Mexico. Environmental conditions appear only marginally favorable for additional development over the next several days as the system meanders over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. This system is then forecast to move across Florida, the Florida Peninsula this weekend and emerge into the southwestern Atlantic Ocean by early next week. Excuse me. Regardless of development, this system could produce heavy rain and gusty winds over portions of the Florida Peninsula later this week. Additional information on rainfall and flooding potential can be found in products issued by your local National Weather Service office and the excessive rainfall outlook issued by the Weather Prediction Center. The chance through 48 hours of this system is low, 10%, and the formation chance through 7 days is low at 20% at this time. Alrighty. Well, I'll have more on this. Storm system as we roll through the next several days. I'm gonna keep everybody up to date on this developing tropical system. The computer models have been hinting at maybe some kind of thing spinning up off the southeast coast. We're just gonna have to wait and see if they verify, because sometimes the model verifies, say it's gonna spin up into something, and then it don't do nothing. But this time of year, anything is possible because we're getting closer to tropical season. In fact, June 1st is tropical. The Atlantic tropical season do officially start on June 1st, and it ends in November the 30th. So, alrighty. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and we will catch you back in the next one.